we're starting from the beginning. My prep started at 19 weeks out, so it was a 19-week prep, and the plan always was to grow into the show. So my coach had it set up that I would grow up until about 16 to 12 weeks out, and then from there we would start cutting it. So I started my prep on the 13th of January, and I've never felt so confident in my life. My body composition was really good, I was really strong in the gym and all of that, and we managed to pick up some size up until 16 weeks out. So yeah, the diet basically started on the 13th of January. I was eating, I just have my phone out here to keep track of what was going on. So we started on 4,000 calories and about 20 minutes of cardio 5 days a week at 19 weeks out, and we were slowly upping the calories every week. So started at 4,100, and then by 16 weeks out I was at 4,500. So obviously I was feeling amazing. We picked up about, I would say, 8 pounds from there. So yeah, I was feeling great around about there, and the gym was going really good. Cardio was easy, it was still cruising back then, and then we started carb cycling at like 15 weeks out. So I would do high carb days and low carb days to try and drop the weight slowly, and just to get ready for the show. That was around about 16 weeks out. I slowly started losing weight, and then I was losing weight a bit too quick according to my coach, so then he upped the calories again to about 4,000 2 weeks later. So this was the 9th of January, February, March. He upped my calories again for that week, and yeah, this is where I kind of think we should have used a different game plan than what we did, because he wanted to grow me into the show, and I was kind of picking up weight a little bit too quickly in my opinion. So a lot of that, if you pick up weight so quickly, a lot of it won't be muscle, it'll be fat. So if you pick up weight too quickly, then you're gonna have to diet down harder at a later stage, and that's kind of what happened. So 12 weeks out came, and he dropped my calories quite significantly. So we dropped from 4,000 to about 3,100, and I was losing weight. I was losing about 2 pounds a week, got down to 241, and then there came this stage on the 6th of April where he dropped my calories down significantly to 2,700, and my body just did not respond. Like, that week he dropped my calories, we increased the cardio to an hour a week, and I gained weight. And then he dropped my calories again. So at about, I don't know, 6 weeks out, I was eating 2,000 calories a day, which is the lowest I've ever gone. So I don't know why my body wasn't responding, if it was the cortisol or like increased stress levels or whatever, but every time my coach would send me an update, I would kind of feel like, oh shit, like it's really getting real now. Like, I need to eat so little, and I was like kind of getting in my head about it. And I think this was also around about the time where we stopped filming. Do you know what the last video was?
6 weeks out.
6 weeks out. Yeah, that was exactly the time we stopped filming. So I was kind of getting into my head, because he sent the update and it was 2,000 calories, and I was like kind of doubting myself, like, how am I even gonna eat 2,000 calories for 6 weeks long leading into the show? And because I've already been dieting from the 19 weeks out, I haven't had a cheat up until now, you know what I'm saying? So it was really tough on the mind, and I couldn't understand how my body was not responding. So I would do crazy things, like my sleep was messed up, and I would walk to the gym just to burn a couple of extra calories, and then I would do an hour cardio, and then I would walk back. I lived like 3 kilometers away from the gym, and I was just getting so into my head, dude. Like, I wasn't socializing with anybody. I would go to the gym, I would wake up early, like 6 a.m, do my whole morning routine, which would be weighing myself, taking a cold shower, drinking my vitamins, making my BCAAs, and then head to the gym. And I'd go to the gym, I'd jump on the treadmill or the stepper or whatever, do my cardio, come back home, make breakfast, and then I would just be chilling at home. I'd eat another meal or so, and then I would go train, and then I would come back home, and I would just be at home the rest of the time. So yeah, I was taking it completely, like I was going crazy. I was taking it way too seriously. My whole life was just this prep. Eat, sleep, train, which it kind of needs to be when you're in prep, but not to this extent. So a week went past, I ate 2,000 calories, he kept it the same. Another week went past, I ate 2,000 calories, and then I was kind of like, okay, I can do this. I can eat 2,000 calories, I'm surviving. And yeah, but it was pretty tough on my girlfriend as well, because I was like a zombie. I was not at all who I usually am with her. So we had lots of fights, and she had to literally like mentally coach me, talk me through. Like, if it wasn't for my family, I would not make it through this prep at all. So they played a massive role, but it was 3 weeks out on the 13th of May when shit really struck the fan, because we introduced Halo. And yeah, so basically, for you guys that don't know what Halo is, it's a compound that you use just before show. It dries you out, kind of like Winstrol. So competitors use it 2 weeks or a week just before they step on stage to really get that dry look. And all that Halo did to me was it completely dehydrated my body. So yeah, it basically made me sick, and it dehydrated me. And because my body was so dehydrated, it was trying to hold back as much water as possible. So we'll put up the footage of everything. My face looked like 10 million bees stung me, and I could like press my leg and like take away my hand, and there would be like a hole over there, you know what I mean? So my body was retaining a lot of water, and it was getting significantly difficult for me to do what I needed to do every day to like get ready for the prep. So cardio was an absolute nightmare every single day. Today I'm sitting here, I don't know how I got through it, but yeah. And if I had to take Halo for 2 or 3 more days, I would have definitely been in the hospital. So the plan was to cut all the anabolics about 2 weeks out from the show. Cut the anabolics 2 weeks out, and from 2 weeks out, that second week, my coach was also competing. He was doing the New York Pro. So that whole week, he didn't really respond to my updates. So I was kind of left on my own for a week long. So I cut the anabolics, and I just went along with the diet that he gave me. And there was a point where I got back home, and I just told my girlfriend, like I phoned her from the gym after my cardio, and I told her, I was crying, and I told her, listen, I don't know, I can't do this, please just meet me in the room, let's just talk. And I basically told her, like, I don't want to go to the gym because I'm looking like a blow-up fish. I'm walking in there with a mask, my glasses, a cap and a hoodie over so that people just don't look at me. And yeah, it was just crazy. I was so scared because I thought, like, I need to go to hospital. This is not normal. And that's where she told me, like, everybody's human. You've been doing this now for 19 weeks or 17 weeks, whatever it is. I think you should like have a cheat and just take 1 day off, like stop. So the next day I didn't do any cardio. I ate like 5,000 calories, which is an insane amount. My body obviously wasn't used to that. And I just literally chilled that whole day. The day after, my body looked way better. I felt much better. The workouts were much better because I obviously had food and glycogen in my muscles again. So I kind of gave myself a refeed, and all the anabolics were cut. So Halo was also cut, and all the toxins were out of my body. And then the week after that, I got on the phone with my coach again, and he suggested that I continue with the Winstrol, the Anavar, and the Halo. He told me I must take Halo, one at night and one in the morning. So I took one that night and it was a complete nightmare. That whole night my head was throbbing, my mouth was dry, my lips were cracking open, couldn't sleep, my heart rate was through the roof, and I was just literally lying in bed. I was drinking, I downed 1.5 liters of water, and then my mouth would still feel dry. And then I would drink, I think I drank like 7 or 8 liters of water that night, and I just kept on feeling dehydrated. So then that was the point where we knew, okay, it's the Halo that's screwing me up. So that night was a complete nightmare. The next morning I woke up at like 11 a.m. or something. Also didn't train that whole day, and my face was also then just bloated again. So for you guys that are wondering why I wore glasses on stage, that's because my face was bloated, and you guys will obviously see it in the vlog. So yeah, the Halo was crazy. There were so many times where I felt like I'm just gonna throw in the towel. This is not for me. Like, I'm obviously not healthy, my body's not healthy, so it's just not worth it to continue. But thanks to my support system, I was able to just grind through it and make it to peak week. And then we got to peak week and I wasn't looking anything like I wanted to look. Like, apart from the Halo really making me sick, it also impacted my physique on some crazy level, like you guys will see from this photo. The 1 week, I think it was 2 weeks out to peak week, or maybe the week before, I lost 6 kgs in 1 week, and there was just a stage where I looked like skin and bone. Like, it was crazy. I've started wearing clothing that I haven't worn in 3-4 years because it's been too small for me, and now I started wearing it again. Hoodies and stuff that I gave to my girlfriend because it's too small for me, I started wearing it. So yeah, it was crazy what that stuff did to me. But anyway, we got to peak week and we cut out everything, so I was completely off of all the anabolics and stuff, but my body was still retaining a lot of water. So the main goal of peak week was literally just to get rid of all the water, but my fullness was completely gone. So we kind of had to balance carbing up and getting full, and also, you know, trying to dry out and get lean. So it was basically mission impossible. So yeah, we got to peak week and I was feeling much better because obviously all the toxins and stuff were out of my body, but I was not confident at all anymore like I was 16 weeks out, 12 weeks out. I kind of just was in the mindset of, you know, I need to get this done. So I started this and I'm gonna finish it off, but I wasn't confident at all anymore. So yeah, we got to Johannesburg and okay, so then we left for Joburg and it was on. There was no more turning back. We had to just knuckle down and get through it and do it. We have made it to the last workout.
Number 5, Troskie.